Man, what's good, y'all? So a couple days ago on Clubhouse, Jay-Z was surprisingly on there just talking about recent events and relevant topics relating to the music industry. And someone brought up to him if he would do a versus and who would it be. And his response low-key surprised me.
Flowers on a versus stage.
Man, ain't nobody can stand on that stage with me. I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect. Everyone's amazing and done what they done. No one can stand on that stage with me. I'm just telling you guys the real.
I feel you.
There's
I
not
feel
a
you.
shot. There's not a chance in hell that anyone can stand on that stage with me for I don't know how long it is. 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours.
Right.
Look,
You
I
gotta stand in front of the Grammy family freestyle live. No one's ever even seen me perform that. Like you gotta stand in front of that. That ain't gonna never happen, man. Let's move on from verses and this.
What surprised me about his response was the fact that he said nobody could see him toe to toe. Cause I know for every rapper you're supposed to have this ego, cause all of them do, but JC, he always seemed like the humble type. He would seem like the type that everybody know not to mess with, so he won't have to do the talking, the people will do the talking for him. But hey though, I'm not mad. At the end of the day, he's Jay-Z, like he's supposed to feel like that, cause his catalog speak for itself. But do I agree that anybody could see him? It's debatable, being honest with you, but I feel like it's more of a generational thing, because people who didn't grow up on Jay-Z is saying that he would get washed, but people who did grow up on Jay-Z would say that Jay-Z would destroy any of their favorite rappers. And on Twitter, Academics, he summed it up perfectly by stating the whole Jay-Z versus conversation is actually hilarious, because it's definitely age-based status. Niggas who grew up on Jay-Z look at him like Jordan, or people with Rockefeller birth look at him like he's untouchable. For everyone else who want in that bubble, it's laughable. The difference with music and sports, say like basketball, in music, other than the age group that grew up on Jay-Z praising him, every other generation look at Jay-Z like he a legendary rapper, but that's it. As opposed to sports, MJ's held at an unreachable plateau despite the time. When Jay-Z say nobody could be on stage with him, for those who literally experienced the Jay-Z effect and that was the peak of their life, it makes sense. For those who grew up on Lil Wayne, Kanye, or even Drake and Future, people laughing at Jay-Z like, is this nigga crazy? To put it in perspective, hip-hop is a genre that focuses on the current youth. Stats are consistently changed, etc. Right now, someone 17 when they hit 25 going to laugh at you comparing Jay-Z to Youngboy. Youngboy is their Jay-Z. Music is so subjective, it's what's meant for you. And I just want to take a second to applaud DJ Academics, because he nailed it perfectly. Like, you couldn't have said this more perfectly to explain the context for somebody who don't understand this. Because depending on who you picking, it shows your generation and how old you are. People that's 35 to 40 plus is all picking Jay-Z. And people that's like 17 and like the 23s picking NBA Youngboy. Or let's say, I'll even say 20 to 30s picking like Kanye West. But they're all subjective depending on who you grew up on. And that's the beauty of music. Because trust me, there's gonna be an old head that swear up and down that nobody's touching Jay-Z, while he's arguing with a 16, 17-year-old swearing up and down that nobody's gonna touch NBA Youngboy. While a 28 to 30-year-old could say nobody's even messing with Drake. And they all have their reasons why. Because it's kind of like sports talk, just more in a different context. Like Academics was saying earlier, people are always gonna be biased to who they grew up on. Like when old school NBA fans would say, this new generation of basketball is soft compared to the old school. It's just gonna be like that for the rest of the time in every type of aspect of entertainment. Because this literally kids saying that NBA Youngboy is better than Tupac, which I thought at first that they were trolling, but as the day go by, it seemed like more of them like really believe that. And I know Academics, he posted it earlier on his page, but I think he was just trolling, because he said for himself there will be no rapper compared to Tupac ever, which I agree. But let's get back to topic. A lot of people are coming at Jay-Z's neck saying that Lil Wayne will beat him, which would be an extremely great versus. But another good reason Jay-Z probably said this, because I don't think he's ever gonna do a versus. Or let me restate that, I don't think he'll just do a versus with anybody. It gotta be like the biggest opponent, the biggest matchup, the right person. Somebody like a Drake or Lil Wayne or Eminem probably. Like, we talking about big dogs in the music industry. Now, do I think anybody would beat Jay-Z in a versus? Yeah. I actually think a couple people would beat him, or at least be a good matchup to him. Like Lil Wayne, of course, 50 Cent, Eminem, shit, Dr. Dre will. Who else? I'll even go as far to say Nas, just based off his longevity. Oh yeah, Drake will. Future got a chance. Now, Youngboy, he don't got a chance though yet. He gotta prove himself more. Cause I'm talking about people who been in the game for like 15, 20 years. But Drake, he's just an anomaly cause he got so many hits. Nobody's gonna be like Drake. But yeah, those are the people who I think got a chance to compete with Jay-Z in the versus level. But just cause I name all of them don't mean that I think they'll all beat him. The only person I named that I could really see beating Jay-Z is Drake, of course. And the scoreboard, in my opinion, wouldn't even be close. But a Jay-Z stand could think Jay-Z would 15-5 Drake or 20-0 sweep him. But that's what academics mean when they say music is so subjective. Cause here I think Drake would destroy Jay-Z, but somebody else could think Jay-Z would destroy Drake. And that's mainly like the whole topic of this video about this thing is, yeah, what Jay-Z said, but also people being subjective to who they like. Now, if you think somebody else could beat Jay-Z or Jay-Z is untouchable, let me know down in the comment section. But thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day.